providing more customer service offices than any other Louisiana utility company, staffed with customer representatives who work and live in Louisiana, and offering 24/7 emergency response. That's what keeps CLECO energized.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good Monday morning. That new graphic, that is all courtesy my wife. She's been amazing with helping out with that kind of stuff. And yeah, I like her. She's cool. 81 degrees out there right now. You know what I was doing here? I'm always like, I get an idea. I'm like, oh, I could add that little element to the show. And I thought, how many minutes have we lost on daylight since the summer solstice? And we are actually down 12 minutes of daylight here since June 20th. And that's going to accelerate, of course, as we head toward winter. But the days are getting shorter. I know a lot of you don't like that, but this time of year, we can at least agree that it would be nice to see less hours of blistering heat, or less minutes in this case. But looking out at Alexandria right now, looking pretty good. You can see the Coliseum off to your right there. And yeah, it looks nice. A little haze out there this morning because it's real humid. Looking at Natchitoches, you can see the Sibley Lake camera, where I will always picture that tornado back there. But man, is it a different day today. We got birds flying around. Everything's happy. Everything is glorious. So here's what radar looks like for the deep south and beyond. Nothing organized, nothing in the tropics coming this way. And I think there's going to be some big severe weather up behind the banner today. Maybe one of those summertime Iowa derechos. You'll hear that word thrown around today. It's possible. Big severe weather up that way. But for us, hot, humid, isolated storms, very typical of July here. I did look, and we were not into the extreme droughts, the extreme drought classifications last year at this time, but we were 78% of the state basically was under some classification. This year we're at 4%. So much better this year, and I don't think we see that increase because rain is going to be coming across the area as soon as a couple days from now. So mid to upper 90s today. We have heat advisories up north. I'll show you that in just a second. Overnight lows tonight in the mid 70s, near 80 up along the I-20 corridor, and of course that is going to get you a heat advisory. So heat advisories for Shreveport, Monroe, Natchitoches, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, a lot of those areas away from the coast. Not quite for us yet. We might sneak one of those in for a couple of days this week before the rain really starts to increase. Today, I think about a 20 to 30% coverage with highs in the mid 90s. So we jump up to about 94, 95 for that high, partly cloudy skies. And here is just an idea of the coverage. We're not going to exactly place the storms like this, but you can see a few, kind of like yesterday. We had that one down southwest of Alexandria that produced some gusty wind and lots of rain and lightning, and then everything after sunset goes away, and we get back to just our very typical warm and humid summer nights. For today, again, severe outlook is not out of the question, it's out of the picture, but there's always like that 1% chance you get one of these storms to put out a little downburst or something. So we'll be watching radar, but it's not like one of those severe days where we're really locked in and we're sitting here staring at radar and waiting to hit the button and go live and tell you that crazy things are happening. So for the rainfall outlook, I still think this is a little light. The crazy thing is when I look at ensembles, most of the 100 ensembles I look at through the Canadian, the American model, and the European show that rain is pretty much going to stay in the forecast at an elevated chance through like a couple weeks. And the track on the totals just kind of steadily goes up because it's an average. So it's not going to be real choppy. Like if you look at one model where you may get 2 inches in a day and none the next day, it's kind of smooths it out. So I think in the next couple of weeks, we see 3, 4, 5 inches of rainfall, which is pretty ideal for this time of year. For the next week, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, we'll call it that. And I think we're going to see those rain chances staying elevated through next week. So if you miss out on the first couple of days, there is more to come after that. There is nothing in the tropics in the next 7 days, and looking at the ensembles that are extended out, I'm not seeing any sort of indication of strong development. So a nice pause has been pushed on the tropical season, and it looks like we're going to at least probably get through the end of July, hopefully the whole month here with not too much going on, because I'm really not seeing any big signals in the next couple of weeks. So good news there. We don't need that stuff, especially if we're already getting rain. Here is your 7-day forecast. Rain chances, you see those coming up from Wednesday to Thursday, and then just kind of staying there. Not quite as high as Thursday, but 80, 70, 60. It's probably going to rain for a lot of you on these days. Probably 3 out of 4 of those days, I would say you'll see some rain Thursday through Sunday. Before that, it's just typical heat and humidity. And If we see drier conditions in some spots, that's an average high. I could see some 96s and 97s out there for Tuesday and Wednesday. But look at Friday. Absolutely delicious there at 86 degrees. And here is some blue on the map. I showed you this yesterday. This was not updated overnight. They actually update this in the morning. So I'm showing you the same thing as yesterday, but it looks like to end the month, we are going to be cooler than average, which that's, mid 90s. So we could be 91 in this map of blue verifies for our area. But I do think we are going to see some highs in the 80s due to all the rainfall. And there you go, above normal precip as well. So it looks like we are going to see a much different July. And this is going to keep us from seeing the crazy stretch of 100-degree days we saw last year. A lot of that was due to just how dry we were, and it was very easy to heat things up efficiently because we didn't have any sort of moisture in the ground like we always have to kind of temper that, which is what we feel in humidity. So either way, it's going to be hot. Let's see. All right, that's it for today. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful Monday, wonderful start to the week, and I'll see you tomorrow.